More than 300 cities around the country have sanctuary policies to shield illegal immigrants. And for some, it's basically just a political statement. But for other cities, including New York, LA, Chicago, and Seattle, it means real action to stop deportations. Now, these cities have policies or laws limiting law enforcement and other government employees from helping the federal government on immigration enforcement. President-elect Trump is promising to cut federal funding to sanctuary cities. Now, these sanctuary policies for cities can take on several different forms, including non-binding resolutions, that's basically just a political statement, executive orders, police department policies, and so on and so forth here. So we'll start off, what is the argument for sanctuary cities, and what is the argument against it? And we'll start off by saying, Ed, that there are no sanctuary cities in Florida, but lawmakers have tried to pass that, and that happened while you were in the State House. What's your position on all of this?
When I was there, we had legislation in front of us that, basically would ban sanctuary cities. Myself and a number of Democrats, we voted against the legislation. There really isn't a need for it. A lot of us saw it as a political stunt, and we saw the rhetoric that was used in the federal elections, basically, to get people riled up about this idea of, people going to cities because they know they have status where nobody's going to check on them. It's just a fallacy to a large extent.
So we may end up finding a lot of common ground on this issue. Do you find, though, before I get on to your position here, do you find any value to what some of these cities try to do of not helping ICE basically deport people? Do you see any value to that?
There is some value. I mean, at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're putting a burden on local law enforcement. So now they have to turn around and do the job basically of the federal government, which is to, make sure that nobody illegal is residing in the country. So when you've got an officer that responds to a call, whatever it might be, there's already a heightened sense of danger. And now they have to turn around and find out about somebody's immigration status with no additional funding to do that. That's just a burden that's being placed on local government.
Okay, we'll get a little deeper into that in just a second. But first, Chris, your basic take on sanctuary cities.
Well, I think here in Florida, the bill that Ed referenced that he voted against, I think I agree with him that it was solving a problem a problem that didn't even exist, because we don't have any sanctuary cities in Florida.